Justin.
Jordan.
Justin.
Jordan.
Justin.
Justin.
Say what?
But what?
Danger
Danger
Zone.
Zone.
Danger Zone.
But only the first
Uh,
season.
I watched the show, not all of it because there's like 15 seasons. But I watched a decent amount of Archer.
There's 15 seasons and a lot of
Because
it is bad.
a good chunk of the later seasons I don't like what they did with. Anyways,
Really, anything where if Archer's in a coma, it's bad and it's not good. All of those coma seasons are bad. I will not have any other discussion otherwise. None of them are
I
good.
I agree. But that being said, there are so many like so many moments on this show, which I mean, I think to this day we still quote.
I mean, my favorite is
Um,
hello,
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
hello.
Um, I still do that sometimes and forget where it comes from.
Oh, I do it when I'm going
Like,
to work all the time to the point that people I work with will all go hello, and then they'll go back
hello.
hello, and I'm like excellent, excellent. You
Um,
people don't get why this is funny.
no, they have no idea. They just don't even
Hello. That's
know.
what Cyril does when he's in trouble.
Hello.
Hello.
Not just Cyril. There's a couple jokes where Archer does it too.
Right?
Um, um, there's Danger Zone. There's phrasing. Hey, are we just not doing
Are
phrasing
we just not
anymore?
doing phrasing anymore?
We're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore.
Um, I love this show. I've watched it through at least
I've
twice.
watched it at least twice. It's really fun. Those
Um,
early seasons are genuinely really. I mean, I even like
and
their first bad season, the drug one.
I mean,
That
yeah.
season's really funny. I don't care what anyone says.
And I mean, it's such it speaks to how popular this show was because it did a crossover with the Kingsmen
Yes, it did. It did do a
to
yeah.
to
They didn't.
promote the second movie.
They didn't really remotely bother to get anyone who remotely sounds like Taron Egerton or anything like him, but they definitely did a crossover.
Are you sure that it wasn't him?
I'm like
Could have
90.
been him.
I'm 90%. If it
'Cause-
is him, it doesn't
'cause-
sound anything like him.
well, I'll have to look that up later because I seem to remember it was like it was a big deal because it was like supposed to actually be him.
All I know is I've watched it once and it did not sound like him.
And then there's the Conan one, which is
The
funny.
Conan one is very funny.
And I found out that there was one where Sterling Archer is doing movie reviews for James Bond movies. Um, and so I watched that, and that made me laugh. Um, but yeah, no, it, it it's such
Well made show. Well written show. Isn't it
it's such
done?
a well made show. I think yeah, I'm pretty sure it finished in 2003.
They did the 2000 you mean 2023?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did a proper series finale. I know that they did a real sad. The mom writes a sad
December
letter. That I know.
December 17th, 2023 is when it
Yeah,
ended.
it got a
It
proper
ha-
finale, which I respected. I was not
it
expecting
had
that.
it had 14 seasons and 145 episodes. Um, the show, sorry, yeah, there was a 3-part series finale. Archer Into the Cold.
Oh, interesting. One day I'll finish that series. I just heard that the last two seasons weren't very good. Well, I heard they were okay at best, and I'm like, I can't summon the enthusiasm.
I have finished it. I slogged my way through the Coma seasons
Ah, none of
so
the
that I could
seasons are good. None of them are
so
good.
so that I could. Well, it's not even that they're not good. They would be fine as their own thing, but because they're like because you know, this has always been my point. Because you know that it's a coma and he's asleep, none of what happens in them matters. Any of the character growth that he goes through doesn't matter because when he wakes up, he doesn't remember any of it.
Right?
Thus making those you could not watch those and they don't really matter. The only reason why they matter from what I remember is because there's like one final scene, I believe near the end, where I'm. This is going off my memory. I just remember there's a scene where he's like falling or he's drowning or something, and it flashes like him, like it
Yeah.
flashes through the various versions that he was throughout the
The,
coma.
the
That's the only time that it matters because that's the only time that there's any reference to it.
the final season of it That is there's the alien one, I believe, and there's a series of moments or episodes where he keeps seeing the characters as the different Coma characters, and it keeps changing. And yeah, there's one final scene where he's about to fall into lava, and yeah, you see him as the different variations he's been throughout these Coma episodes, and then it ends with him waking up. But you don't need to
That was
see
it.
that.
Yeah.
You can just start with the next season, which opens with him immediately waking up. And the only real thing that consequence of that is they do like. I think maybe it's an overarching storyline of that season, but like like you get to see what happened while he was in the coma, and that's kind of it. There really isn't
Yeah,
much.
well, so the joke then becomes that while he was in the coma, everyone's lives were better and
Yeah,
they were way better off with him gone. That's the joke.
yeah.
Um,
But it
and
doesn't.
so
I think the
it
next season
doesn't.
they go right back to they're doing spy shit, and I yeah
I think so.
yeah I haven't, to be fair, I haven't seen it, but I heard it wasn't very good. That's all I know.
I mean, what to be fair, what show that's on for 14 season
Yeah,
keeps
yeah.
being good?
Right, yeah. I
Cough,
just
cough,
a lot of
cough,
those
cough, cough, cough. The Simpsons needs to die. Cough,
a
cough.
lot of those Coma seasons were like, yeah, this is funny for like 2 episodes at best, but to stretch this joke, the early ones were way worse. Like they got better as they went on, but those early ones were a slog.
Yeah. So here's my thing. There should have been one coma season and like 2 episodes he's in the jungle, 2 episodes he's in the spaceship,
Right?
2 episodes he's in the whatever. And what took you 3 seasons to do over the course of one season,
And
and then we can move on with our lives.
their justification for those Coma seasons was always that they were creatively exhausted with the spy thing, but that frustrated me as a response because they did other stories with the actual versions of the characters who mattered. That wasn't
Yeah.
just spy stuff. That was funny. It wasn't that you were doing different things. Like I get, okay, yeah, you want to do like a parody of Alien or whatever. It wasn't. It wasn't that. It was that these aren't the characters. These are
No.
Archer's
They didn't.
understanding of the characters. For all intents and purposes, we didn't get to see the characters for like 5 years.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Which is, I guess, is maybe the point of when you then wake up and get to see the real versions
But
and the consequences. But that would work for one
for like
season.
one, maybe 2 seasons. Like the fact that it's
Mm,
4 seasons. It's 4 seasons. It's brutal.
I think it's only 3,
It's
but
four. They've got no wait.
I'm pretty sure it's 3.
They've got the Dreamland. They've got the Adventure Island. They've got the Space one. I swear to God, there was one more. Maybe you're right. Maybe there's only 3.
I'm pretty sure it's 3. I
No.
don't I don't know how I don't know how to look it up on here. This Wikipedia article
Yeah, I
is
know that
big, but
there's Archer and Dreamland, or Archer Advice, which is the first one, Adventureland. No, I think you're right. I think it is only 3.
um
But it's too many.
yeah, I'm pretty sure because okay, so the ones that I remember, maybe there is 4, but I remember the one where he's like a detective or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the first one.
Um, I remember the one where Krieger's a parrot.
That's Adventure Island.
I remember them being in space,
That's the Alien one.
and then I remember him waking up.
Yeah, no, then I guess it's only 3.
Um,
It felt like 4, I guess.
it was too many, is the
It's
point.
too many.
Um,
Entirely too many.
that's where I say you could have accomplished that same kind of thing in one season,
Right?
where like that's 6 episodes worth of stuff, maybe 8 if you push it.
Right? Jordan.
Um,
Jordan.
you could have easily stretched that out to just be one season's worth.
Right? Jordan, is that it for
But that's
Archer?
Art. But that's Archer. He's the world's greatest spy, and he tells everyone.
Just the tip. Just the
Maybe
tip!
one might argue that the world's greatest spy shouldn't go around telling everyone he's the world's greatest spy, but that's just how good he is.
That's just how good he is. Also, we don't know who his dad is, and thank you, other Justin. You got this. You got this. Thanks, other Justin.
Danger
Danger
zone.
zone. Hey everybody, it's NCAR Justin here again. Let me know down in the comments why I'm right and why those Coma seasons are objectively terrible. Let me know down in the comments down below. Otherwise, you can click the video on the left and that's going to take you to the full podcast where we talked about all kinds of crazy spy stuff, including James Bond and all the rest. Or you can click the video on the right and that's going to take you to a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. Otherwise, hit subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button if you could, and we'll see you all in the next video, everybody.